Hello and welcome to my newest video. Today I'm going to take a quick first look at CryptoSpaceX. Now what is CryptoSpaceX? As you can see here from the screen, if I'm scrolling down quickly, CryptoSpaceX is a first of its kind space strategy battle game built on the Ethereum blockchain, so it's similar to CryptoSpace Commander, for example, or some of the other crypto space type games that are all about these different spaceships and kind of going into the whole space and discovering all these kinds of resources and different planets and so on and so on. So it's quite similar to this one, and this one definitely has really interesting graphics. As it says here, it's a fusion of open world space and blockchain based collectible games. Collect planets and starships, attack planets, and scavenge for stardust. So it has kind of similar resource mechanic engaged in several unique arenas in the CryptoSpaceX universe. The game features several modular, fully customizable starships. So the focus right now are starships. Right now we're in a kind of pre-sale stage, so you can definitely get these different starships, buy them from the game for Ethereum. Battle stations you can also get, and battle equipment. Build your defense base on your planets, protect your stardust. So there will be an option, I guess, to conquer these different planets from other players and be attacked by other players. You have to defend yourself and kind of secure your different resources, in this case stardust. Keep in mind that you are a rebellion leader sent with one sole purpose: to build a large fleet of starships for the battle that must be. There are others around you, but you must not trust. Is that the right kind of English? For many have already been consumed by the evil forces. Okay, maybe it is. I'm not a native speaker after all. Build over 100 unique starships. That's quite interesting. And as you can see here, these graphics are really nice. If I scroll down here, again, this is just a first look video, but I have been on the website before when I chose it for one of my videos. Eternity, Hawk, Bomber, and you have the kind of what is it? Crosswing. It's actually translated into my native tongue. I don't know why. So it's Kreuzwing, that's German for, well, basically crosswing, I think. Now what it kind of does, this game, is kind of takes ideas and especially ship designs from, I'm not quite sure if I remember correctly, maybe someone can correct me in the comments below, that they actually take or took some of the designs from Star Wars. Now I'm not too sure about that, so let me just go on episode 1. There were few screenshots of spaceships that look really similar. Maybe someone with a more vast Star Wars knowledge can shed some light on that. Please leave a comment below. I'm always interested in your opinion. I don't actually find right now, so let me just quickly go on the Medium page. What I find quite interesting, so for example here they use Yoda as one of their mascots, so to speak, for this game. Now what I'm trying to say here is that in case they actually take a lot of design, this actually looks really similar to, is that a screenshot from a Star Wars game? So basically, again, if it comes down to having the main goal of receiving mass adoption, if you kind of want to target a mass majority who likes to play the game, obviously the advantage of this game is that a lot of people know about Star Wars and they're kind of accustomed to knowing your design, your graphics, and the more they kind of relate, the easier the transition is into these kind of crypto or blockchain games, obviously. So there's definitely an advantage to this, but I also see a major disadvantage in terms of the more popular the game gets, CryptoSpaceX, the more likely or the higher the risk that maybe Star Wars kind of intervenes and shuts them down to some degree. I don't know if it works that way. I guess if they take copyright or is it trademarked designs from, well, one of the biggest franchises in history, in cinema history and merchandise history, I guess that will be a problem and kind of hampers the future growth of this game. So again, maybe someone in the comments below can shed some light on that. Do they have the rights to use these different designs, or are they kind of unique enough to have green lights in order to kind of grow and not be in any kind of way stopped by Star Wars or LucasArts? I don't know who's responsible. I think it's Disney who bought LucasArts actually, so they own the rights to Star Wars now. So yeah, this is a major question I have in terms of this game. Other than that, it looks really, really interesting. I really like the design, and obviously who doesn't necessarily like Star Wars, so all of this looks quite interesting. So looking at all of the features, game features, we have this map that looks really nice. Actually can't click on that to kind of increase the size. don't really see any details right now. But the setting is A New Hope. Oh, actually, it's the name of the Star Wars movie. It is a period of grave danger. The Empire. Okay, this is definitely taken from Star Wars. Can you actually do that? Maybe again. I'm really surprised by how much they have actually taken. Is that supposed to be a Star Wars incorporated game, or is it supposed to be independent, but they still take the risk of being in conflict with the whole Star Wars franchise? Game features the universe, a virtual universe on the blockchain. Explore a virtual universe where all in-game objects ranging from planets and stars to starships and stars are assigned digital. So obviously they're talking about one of the main advantages of blockchain technology for the video game industry being digital ownership. So you have the full control and full 100% ownership of your assets that you kind of got in the game, and you kind of spend time accumulating a seamless universe with player interaction. So it will definitely be PvP maybe, or at least some kind of multiplayer aspect to the game. Fun arenas to play several mini games and awesome space combats. Ownership of assets, again, one of the main advantages of blockchain. In-game player interactions, 1v1 space combats, explore the entire universe. Open world 3D game. So this is quite interesting. So I think they have this kind of roadmap here. So right now we're in the episode 1 stage. Episode 2 will be more focused on gameplay as well. The combat itself, I don't know how it will work. Will be like a turn-based combat system that is more suited to blockchain technology, or will they also introduce any kind of hybrid system? Right now, I already read myself into the whole idea of sidechains. I didn't really hear about this kind of technology before, because I always talk about the idea that I rather would like to see partial integration of blockchains. That would mean that all the value attached system of a game is running on the blockchain, while the whole gameplay is running on servers, as it's already being done in the video game industry. So you have a centralized system, and it's being integrated with a decentralized system. Because other than that, I couldn't really imagine how you could have any kind of control of an interactive gameplay if you always have to wait for a smart contract to complete. For the transaction on the smart contract to complete. And now I've heard a lot about side chains. I think CryptoZombies, the developers of CryptoZombies, they are developing dApp chains right now, and they already introduced it to developers of Solidity and blockchain, so they can use it in their games mainly to scale their games, but also, as far as I understood, to kind of integrate a hybrid system. So you have a blockchain that runs on the Ethereum system, the whole Ethereum smart contract, and you have all, again, the digital assets stored on the Ethereum blockchain, so all that is attached to Ethereum's value to some degree. But you also have a side chain, and that kind of takes off the capacity that you normally spend on the blockchain itself. I mean, obviously, this is something that right now definitely has one of the main advantages that the whole network congestion of Ethereum is kind of been a result of, where a lot of games, or even just using Ethereum in any kind of way, even not just using it for a crypto game but for another decentralized app, can't really be done because the transaction takes so long to complete, because again the network is completely congested, and these side chains, they run on a separate chain, and that's why they kind of not really interfere with the main blockchain load, so to speak. So this is definitely an interesting development. I'm probably going to do a more in-depth video about side chains, and especially dApp chains by the CryptoZombies developers. I think if you haven't heard about the CryptoZombies developers, I don't know what the company is again they belong to, but basically they have developed this massively popular, I think they have over 100,000 different participants now. They kind of do these whole Solidity tutorials, these kind of programming tutorials to get into blockchain technology programming and coding if you already have some experience in coding, which is really interesting. Again, they have started to release these kind of side chains, these dApp chains, and they are mainly, I think, one of the main networks that you probably have heard of is Loom Network. And it works similar, at least to some degree, really roughly speaking, it works similar to Lightning Network that is from Bitcoin, and you also have, I think, Raiden Network that is actually from the Ethereum, from Ethereum itself. But again, Loom Network also tries to introduce this whole idea. And getting back to this game, I think it's really interesting to know if they try to do a hybrid integration with the sidechain, or if they try to do the gameplay on the server, so centralized. This will definitely be a make or break point for me, because again, if you have an open world 3D gaming, as it says here, it kind of needs some sort of gameplay that is fun. And if it's not just turn-based, it needs either centralization by server-based gaming or a hybrid sidechain that doesn't really take the whole load of the Ethereum blockchain. So yeah, I've really talked a lot about the idea of sidechain, but I thought it was necessary and important to talk about it. Check out the game CryptoSpaceX yourself. It's definitely interesting and shows promise, but again, it might have some major challenges to overcome in the future if it becomes successful, because there will be a major issue with trademark infringement or copyright infringement. Again, I don't know how it works exactly for Disney and Star Wars trademarks. But yeah, this is something I'm really looking forward to still. CryptoSpaceX definitely shows some promise. Check it out. As I always say, please don't take this video as financial advice. Please only invest as much Ethereum as you can afford to lose, and do your own research on these type of games before you invest. Other than that, I'm going to post a link, I guess, to, they have a Discord channel, I think. Yeah, they do. In the video description, as I always do, CryptoSpaceX, the website, I'm also going to post in the video description. And yeah, hope you liked the video. Tell me what you think about this game. Do you think I'm right about the whole challenges they're going to face most likely in the future? Leave a comment below. Always interested in your opinion. Other than that, this was a relatively long video. Hope you liked it still, and I'll see you next time. Bye.